Hi, this presentation will explain standard-based grading and why Little Chute Area School District has adopted it. First, when you look at traditional grading, it often includes many elements that do not show the true level of a student's learning. Actions either inflated grades, like receiving extra credit, or deflated grades, like receiving zeros, which ended up not representing truly what a student learned. Our traditional grading practices have become so varied over the years and sometimes takes into consideration non-academic standards or factors. In the traditional grading, most students get one opportunity to demonstrate mastery, and if they don't learn it the first time, then they suffer the consequences for the entire length of the course. Learning of a skill was seen to be at one point in time. A person either got it or didn't. In a standard-based system, student learning and proficiency in a subject area is central to the grade. Grades reflect a student's level of proficiency in relation to the standard, the skills and content they are needing to learn for a course. Students may demonstrate proficiency multiple times. When students do not reach proficiency, they have multiple opportunities to reach proficiency. When you look at it this way, standard-based grading really focuses on demonstrating mastery of learning. So students start with learning a new skill, they practice the skill, they make some mistakes and analyze them. After they have many opportunities to practice the skills, they'll be quizzed on the skill to identify where they're at in relation to that skill. If they take a quiz and they don't demonstrate proficiency, then they have the opportunity to retake. Standard-based grading is a grading system that measures student understanding of clearly defined standards, which are overall learning goals. The purpose of standards-based grading is to give students accurate feedback about what concepts and skills they understand and or need to be challenged on, and which concepts and skills they still need to improve upon. Teachers focus on what do students need to know and be able to do, and how will we know what they have learned it. Each student's grade is meaningful and straightforward, a true representation of student learning. When looking at the grading scale, instead of A's, B's, and C's, you'll see numbers 3, 2, and 1. 3 is advanced, showing that the student has demonstrated a thorough understanding and application of the skills in relation to a standard. 2 is proficient. They're showing adequate knowledge of skills aligned with that essential standard. And 1 is emerging. They're demonstrating partial skills, but they need additional practice. Ultimately, the letter grade will still be present for grades 7 through 12. This is averaged based on an algorithm that takes the total number of proficiency scores and changes it into a letter grade. Also, students will still receive a grade point average. The use of Infinite Campus is still our reporting tool, and we report life and career skills separate from academic grades. Letter grades have been replaced with a 3-2-1 scale at grades 5 through 6 as well. A letter grade is based on proficiency against the essential standards. The assessments in classes are designed to align to a standard and be standard specific. They measure a student's understanding of a skill or concept for that class. Traditionally, when you look at how a course was graded and how the grade was entered in a grade book, a report card may have these varied categories to calculate a final grade. Each could have a different weight. For instance, homework may have been 30% of a grade, while quizzes were 30% and tests were 60%. In standard-based grading, grades are calculated by standards that have equal weight in a final grade. As previously stated, here are the performance indicators with an explanation for what they mean. Class grading may be done using a rubric. Here's an example of how one may see a student being assessed on a piece of writing. Here's another example of a math assessment and how a student may be assessed on a 4-point scale When looking at the traditional scale on the left, you can see how that's translated to a standard-based scale on the right. Life and career skills will be an additional score as well on the report card. They are scored the same on a 3-2-1 scale. Here are the points that are to be taught and learned in relation to life and career skills. There are additional resources available on our Little Chute Area School District website for more information about standard-based grading. If you have any additional questions, please contact Angela Wachtel at awachtel@littlechute.k12.wi.us. Thank you.